Hey, it's Matt. How are you? This is Matt Bowman, and this is Matt Bowman is Bothered. This is my podcast. So if you found it, thank you. If you haven't, you're most people. So yeah, I'm already. I mean, I am 20 seconds into this, and I am hot, baby. I'm pretty pissed because I have two zits right now, and I thought I was done with that shit. It's not that I think I should be immune to getting zits at almost 30. I'm assuming it's still natural, but it does bother me that I feel like I put a lot of fucking time in already. I was on Accutane, which I'm pretty sure is now illegal, but I was on that shit for a minute. It was one of those where, I mean, as a heavy-duty drug, dude, like, I think it just dries your skin out, which is true, because I was just walking around fucking just flaking everywhere. But it was like one of those things where I would have to go to the doctor, like the dermatologist. They would have to run like blood tests to make sure, I don't know, that I don't have cancer because of the medicine or something. And then they always ask me like questions of like, hey, are you thinking of killing yourself? And I had to pause mentally and not respond like, of course I am. I'm here for acne medication. Things aren't going great, you know? And then they would follow up and they would be like, hey, you can't get anyone pregnant while you take this medicine. You can't get anybody pregnant. And I was also like, hey, I'm here for acne medication. I'm 15. I'm not exactly slanging dong around my local high school, you know? I'm not crushing it out there. There's a reason I'm in this doctor's office every 2.5 weeks. Not exactly going well for me with the ladies. If I was able to get someone pregnant while on Accutane, I think I deserve a Purple Heart. Excuse me, that woman would deserve a Purple Heart because that would be a service to her country. Fucking dude, my face used to look like a sentence in Braille. And if you just rubbed it, it would just say, you party of one? Because that's what I used to do. It was bad acne is what I'm trying to say. And so that I thought that those days were behind me. But they shan't not be. They shorn't not be behindeth me. Because I don't get it. When I'm 29, which I guess is still not, that's not terribly old to be getting acne, but it's not young. And you get a zit and you're like, well, what the fuck, dude? Because you wake up, you're like, I haven't done anything different. I'm doing the same shit as always. And then it's almost as if your body is just like, hey, feeling a little secure? Maybe a little too secure. Bam! And then they just hit you with a couple, you know? Like, there's one that's like right over here. I don't even think you can see it, but it has been there for a couple days, and it just like won't go away. It just keeps coming back for more. You know, that might be the newest fucking COVID strain is what my zit is. And it's just annoying, you know? I want it to go away. That's my thoughts on zits. So I'm hot under the collar already. Pretty annoyed. I'm also annoyed because I'm recording this. I got off schedule. I got off kilter. So I normally record on Saturdays because Sam isn't in the apartment and it's just me, so I feel more comfortable talking like a lunatic into a fucking camera and microphone by myself for an hour. That makes me, I don't like other people being around. So I have to do that on Saturdays. But last Saturday, for whatever reason, I got distracted. There was too much shit going on. There was too much football on that I liked. And so I wasn't able to record until this past Tuesday, which is not enough time. Because I'll record the podcast, and then I'll cut up clips, and then I'll do a bunch of other different shit. And it just feels like my mental space is like tapped out, but I got to do this not for the fans, because there aren't any currently. Got to think positively, got to manifest, but I'm doing it to stay consistent, and I have to stay consistent. But it's just too soon from when I just recorded. It's not a full week. I haven't had a full week of shit to digest and be upset about and try to work through myself. So yeah, that's why I'm annoyed that I have to do this again, and I don't, to be honest, I don't want to this week, but I'm doing it. And I think that's important. Mr. Atkins, my AP US history teacher in high school, not to brag, had a phrase that I always remember. He said, "Not a lot would get done if you only went to work on days you felt good." Damn, Coach Atkins. Why did you get so astute? You think back to high school teachers, not even high school. High school, you understand like how old people are, but like when you think about being in elementary school and you just like have a teacher, like especially like a young teacher, there are some times where you're just like, how old is that lady? Like, I feel like when you're a kid, you have the concept of how old things are because everything's older than you. So you just think that like anyone with gray hair is about to die, and anyone who isn't also 7 is at least 30, But I don't think I didn't have a concept of like when I was in high school that like, not high school, in elementary school, like looking back, some of those subs or some of those teachers that, especially like the new ones, they were like fucking 22 years old. That's dumb. That's crazy. Like several of those teachers, I mean, most of them were just like, as soon as they got done with school, we're just going and like getting fucked up. I wonder how many of my teachers just like had gotten absolutely shit-faced the night before. Hopefully not many, but I just blows my mind that like teachers were like, I am currently older than most of the teachers, that I would have. And that just doesn't make it's crazy to me. The same way that when I was growing up watching Ohio State, their football team were the oldest people I know. And it does kick my conscience in at least one of its testicles that I am like at least 5 to 6 years older than most college football players. That does bother me a little bit that my back hurts this much, and I haven't come close to physical contact like that in years. How all of their backs aren't just absolutely wrecked is impressive. I don't know why I got off on this, but yeah, way to go. The teachers are the real troops. Those are the real troops. But yeah, I'm trying to oh, that's right. It's just Mr. Atkins. Mr. Atkins, he was great. He had some fucking cool phrases. Like one of his like life rules was never play cards with a man whose first name is a city, because he said he's going to take all your money. So like if you're ever at a poker table with buddies or at a casino and somebody sits down and then it's just like, hey, what's going on? I'm Dallas. Get the fuck out of there. Dallas does not fuck around. Dallas will take your money. Hey, what's up, man? I'm Cleveland. Get the hell away from me, dude. I don't know. It just makes sense. Like, I don't think that there's any scientific backing for that, but those are the kind of statements I love. Just like definitive rules for life that are based in nothing but someone's opinion. That's my favorite thing. I think that's the essence, the thesis of this whole podcast is just me fucking, giving my life thoughts with no data. I don't look at data. I'm not a dork. I don't know, dude. definitely not a dork or a jerk or a jabroni. Oh, man. Water is so fucking good, dude. All right. Let's get into some shit today. Or for today. Let's get into some shit for today. I don't know, dude. I'm fucking off the rails. So they were like last week, I was just like in the zone. I was grooving. I was cruising. I was feeling good. Today, I don't feel good. My back hurts too much. You know, at least the cats are being nice. The cats are being, and as soon as I say that, I bet Teddy's gonna come over here and just my cat Teddy. I have two cats. One's older, and that's older. He's like 5. That's Rooney. And then the other one is like 2, and that's Teddy. We just got him a year ago. And Teddy is the biggest attention whore, fattest, cutest asshole on the face of God's green earth. If you are giving any sort of attention to our other cat, Rooney, he will wake from a dead sleep and come over and demand that you pet him. He is such the center of attention. He needs to be the center of attention, and I think he gets it from me. I think I've taught him everything that he knows. Yeah, he's so fucking... He's gotten fat. Like, fat. You know? You're not supposed to say that, but I think I can say it about you. I think I can say it about my own cat. Teddy's a big old fatso. I call him that. I call him the fat one. You can't see it right now, but Rooney is just literally just laying down, minding his own damn business, and Teddy's comes over. He's like, hey, you enjoying yourself? Let me fuck that up for you. You know? That's kind of how cats are. I was watching football a little bit before this. I fucking love football. Football is so fun. And, but I was like streaming it because I don't think, if you're under the age of 35, I don't think you've ever owned a cable box. I've never gone over to one of my friends' houses. I've got a couple of friends that don't live in. I've never gone to anyone's home, apartment, dwelling under the age of 35, and they have DirecTV. Now someone does. Someone has DirecTV, but it's not my friends. It's never your friend. Your friend never actually has DirecTV or Dish. Someone in their ecosystem does. I don't know. That was what was quick tangent. There's gonna be a lot of tangents today. It's gonna be hard to stay on track. But that was one of the funniest things to me with HBO or with Game of Thrones, like when it was like the most watched show in the world, like everybody was watching Game of Thrones. It was very funny because everyone was watching Game of Thrones, but nobody had an HBO subscription. Nobody. Like, I do now because you have to, because it's like that's part of like the like it's an app, it's a streaming service, all of that. But like 10 years ago, how did they have all the money? Like, everyone I knew watched Game of Thrones. Nobody had an HBO account. Nobody was paying for that. So where's all the money from? How do they do it? Where do they get it from? It's not like Amazon now, where it's just like, okay, I understand how they have all the money to make really shitty shows, because who doesn't have a fucking Amazon account? Not even Prime. You just have an Amazon account. But like with that, how did they have the money? Where did they get it from? No one had an account. It was pretty impressive, actually. But now, yeah, streaming it. I'm streaming. You're streaming everything, shows, live sports, all of that shit. But when it comes to the platforms, like Netflix, Hulu, HBO, all of those, mainly like Hulu, Peacock, whatever, the ones that have ads fucking should be sued for false advertising. The streaming services that have ads should be fucking sued for false advertising, because the commercials are too long. I I understand that I don't, like, the whole thing was advertised as like, hey, you can watch it whenever you want, and there's no commercials. Fucking fantastic. That sounds amazing. That sounds great. And then they started to creep it in a little bit. They were like, okay, hey, we're going to separate this out. So, like, if you pay us $10 a month, there's no ads. But if you pay us $5 a month, you'll get, like, an teensy amount of ads. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then, like, you watch, and it's like every 15 minutes, there's, like, a 30-second commercial. All right, that's a fine ratio. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with 15 minutes to 30 minutes. But now it's a goddamn, it's all, there's barely any show. They've recreated, it's television again. It's cable television again. I was watching, Sam and I were watching something on Hulu, fucking a 2.5 minute commercial break. You know, like it says the thing, it has like the little countdown up in the left-hand corner. It starts there, and it was just like 180 seconds. That's too many seconds. That's 3 minutes. It's fucking out of control, dude. This is not what any of us signed up for. And it's not like the content has been getting any better. That's the other thing. It would be like, hey, we're gonna charge more because for the ad-free stuff, but hey, the content's gonna kick ass. Nope, it doesn't. It's annoying. I don't know, dude. The amount of ads that are on streaming platforms now is insanity. It's insane. Though it's creeping into sports too, dude. Like the sports one that just really grinds my goat is fucking like the one where you're just watching the game and then out of nowhere it goes like boop and it like goes split screen and it just is like, do you remember Energizer? Have you forgotten about Energizer? Well, fucking here it is. And you got like the game at fucking 1/4 size in the right-hand corner, and then like dominating the screen is the fucking boom, 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 the fucking Energizer bunny. Dude, I could easily see a future where you just have, that's just constant. There's just an ad on the television all the time. Fucking why not? Why wouldn't they do that shit? You know? It's not like I'm gonna not watch football. You know? I'm not gonna not watch the game. Because it's the only way to, like, if that's the only way to do it, then I have to do it. So why eventually wouldn't they just put it there? It's just going to be half the time, it's just going to be like, hey, here's the game, and then right next to it, it's just going to be a constant loop of fucking beer, ED, and student debt relief. That's it. Fucking all of that shit. It's so annoying. Like, there's not enough ads out there. Golly, dude. And I would love to see the data on, does that work? Really? Like, does that work? Other than, like, being like, oh, wow, that was a kind of funny commercial. Because commercials are never like, ah! Like, they're never the funniest shit you've ever seen. But there are some where you're like, oh, that was funny. That was really good. Like, good for them. They spent that $100 million very well. You know? But I would love to see any data. And I guarantee it is. But I have never once seen, like a fucking gum commercial and been like, I need to go get some fucking Trident right now. Holy shit, I gotta go get Trident. It makes I don't know, dude. Like, do ads work that well on people? They work that well. I don't know, they work on Sam. Dude, Sam, my girlfriend, she will only buy whatever fucking kind of gum. There's some, whatever the one is where like the guy, he like there's two kids and they're like in high school and like he like is drawing stuff on the gum wrappers for like a year and a half, which is a little weird. And then he gives it to her like some sort of fucking stalker serial killer or whatever. And Sam's like, oh my God, that's so cute. And she will only buy that gum. So I guess it does work to some degree, but it pisses me off. You know? There are times where it's almost counterproductive, where it's just like, oh, you're going to show me the same ad 18 times in a row? Fucking, I will publicly disparage your company. I will never buy your product because you're so goddamn annoying. I don't like that at all. YouTube is the fucking worst with it, dude. You can't skip YouTube ads anymore, man. That's when did we start living in fucking fascist? I don't know. I can't even think of a place. Dude, it's everyone, because now there's not even just one ad. It's just like when you start the video, it's like playing ad one of two. Of two, dude. And then the first one, it plays, and it's fucking 15 seconds, and you can't skip it. And then the next one plays, and it's also 15 seconds, and you can't skip it. And I understand that it's just 30 seconds, but it's 30 seconds that I could have been watching Ohio State highlights for the 20th time. You know? That's cutting into my time, my valuable time. When you get a YouTube ad that you can skip, you're like, oh my God, I should buy a lottery ticket today. Dude, it's to the point, I don't even remember. I'm old enough that I should remember YouTube without ads, but I don't remember YouTube without ads. It's crazy. Like sometimes on like really sketchy YouTube channels, you like get videos without ads. Like mine. If you go to my YouTube channel, you won't get any ads because no one gives a shit. Yet. I'm manifesting this. It's going to happen eventually. I got to stay positive. I'm really struggling with that. But yeah, I kind of remember YouTube without ads, but not really, dude. YouTube without ads. These kids will never know what YouTube without ads was like. So just stop. Please. That's gonna do it. That'll do it. Everybody in advertising is gonna get this clip from a podcast that has 20 listeners. That's gonna be like, holy shit, maybe he's right. You know, maybe he has something going on. Here's something else that's getting to me. Dude, freestyle rap pisses me off so much because they're so fucking good at it. It's redonkulous with a capital donkulous how good freestyle rap is. Like, I have been watching so many clips of just Harry Mack just go. It's insane how, dude, I look at freestyle rappers the way that black people look at magic tricks. Like, how the fuck did he do that, dude? How did that happen? It's so crazy. And I'm trying to talk for a living. I'm trying to talk publicly to groups of people for a living and I'm trying to make people laugh, which is ultimately a pretty hard thing to do. But it would be bananas to me if right before I went on stage, like a booker was just like, oh, hey, by the way, all of your punchlines have to rhyme today. You know your little bit, your bits about dating, they have to rhyme now. Fucking, there you go. It's like, okay, well, can I have something to work off of? Like, can I have a guide? Nah, dude, fucking just figure it out up there. What? Dude, it's crazy. Like, to be able to do it at all is cool as shit. Like, to be able to be like, floop de boo, da beep de ba, da be de ba boo. Like that's cool. But then like they change up the cadence, they change up the flow. I mean, then they're just fucking going, dude. It's so cool. It makes no sense how your head can do that. Like, it actually starts to like really like mess with my mind, where you're rhyming something actively, but then in a whole other separate part of your brain, you're thinking of not just the next sentence. You've got to be thinking like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sentences ahead, because like sometimes they'll like set something up here, and then like it'll come full circle, but not till like 30 seconds later. And it's just like, I'm sorry, dude. Are you a wizard? Like, if at the end of every single like good freestyle, he was like, oh, by the way, I'm Gandalf. I was like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense then. You are the Dark Lord, Sauron? Okay, then I understand that. I can wrap my head around that. But at the end of it, if you're just like, oh yeah, and I'm Trey from Wisconsin, that's insanity to me, dude. That's ridiculous. Harry Mack is fucking crazy. For those who don't know, Harry Mack is a freestyle rapper. He's like just this white guy who is the best freestyle rapper you've ever fucking seen. And I have developed an unhealthy habit of watching black people react to Harry Mack for the first time and just be as flabbergasted as I am. It is so crazy. Because it's like, I mean, we can all like, rap is, at the end of the day, rap is like black African music. Like, that's what it is, you know? And it's validating. Not validating is the wrong word, but it's cool. Because I'm just like, holy shit, this is fucking wild. But what do I know? And then when you watch like different groups of black people react to that and be like, holy shit, how's he doing that? I'm like, okay, so I'm not just getting taken for a ride here. Like, no, this is legitimately one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my damn life. So I've been hanging out. I'm changing topics again. This isn't my favorite episode, I gotta be honest with you. But whatever. I've been hanging out with a fucking... I have a couple friends. You ever hang out with friends that have, like, accents, and if you hang out with them for too long, you just start talking like them? You know? Like, I got a friend in New York. He's a comic. He's from Boston. And whenever I'm with him, I just start talking... Give me like 20 minutes and I start talking like him. You know? The fucking Celtics, dude. You know? Just out of nowhere. I don't like the NBA that much, but now I fucking love the fucking Celtics, dude. You know? Just start saying the word broad. I fucking love that word. That's a great word. You gotta bring it back. There's a lot of words we gotta bring back. But that one's the one. But yeah, just start talking like him. I'm worried that like I'm gonna come across like a stranger that I don't, and then like we're talking, and then like after like 10 minutes into talking to them, that I'm just gonna start talking like them, and then they're gonna be like, are you fucking making fun of me? Like, no, dude, it's just that's how powerful your accent is. And I'm from the Midwest where we don't have accents. You know? The only accent in the Midwest is that's it. That's the only accent. I think we have, as far as I'm concerned, the purest form of English. Because everywhere else has an accent. Fucking up in Michigan and Wisconsin and Minnesota. Those people sound ridiculous. They know that, right? Like, they have to know that they sound ridiculous. Oh, yeah. What? I don't know. I don't like that. Why does it sound like that? Why does this part sound like that for you? Oh, yeah. Oh, you betcha. Get out here. I don't know. Maybe I'm not good at accents, but that one is funny to me. It's very funny to me. That was just a nose hair that I got on my thingy. For those listening, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't think I have an accent. I'm from Ohio, and I don't think I do. Like the only thing that I've noticed, and this has any, I don't know what it has to do with anything, but I've noticed that I'll say the word for, if it's in the middle, as long as it's not at the end of the sentence, I say fur, like F-E-R. But if it's at the end of the sentence, I'll say for, you know? Because I won't say like, what are you looking for? I don't say that. That sounds dumb. What you looking for? I don't say that. But if I go something like, if somebody's like, hey, are you going to the store? And I'm like, for what? You know, I'm not going to say for what. I'm not a robot. That doesn't make any sense. Hey, are you going to the store? Hey, can you go to the store? For what? No, nobody talks like that. That'd be crazy. That would be like somebody who had just learned English and was like really enunciating. Not even just learned, but like someone who was really working on enunciation. I don't know. Dude, sometimes I think the English language is just falling apart. Just the amount of fucking chopping and changing that we're doing with whole swaths of words. Like whole phrases are just condensed down to like 4 letters. Not even like abbreviations. Not even like, I'm not even saying like IDK or like WTF. Not like that. Those are like abbreviations. I understand that. But like, I don't know. I was thinking this earlier, like finna, which is a hilarious thing to do because I believe, as far as I'm concerned, and that's really all that matters is what I'm concerned with. As far as I'm concerned, finna is a condensation. That's not correct, but a bringing together of the words fixing to. I think that, which is already an interesting phrase. I'm fixing to go to the store. But we have shortened that to finna. I'm finna go to the store. This is also, I am fully aware that this is like the widest section of a podcast maybe in recorded history. I'm aware of that, but it is interesting. You know, the one that really got to me, and you don't hear it as much anymore, but like however many years ago when Saw Dude came out, that really pissed me off. Like that made me so angry. It got under my skin. It got in my body. That's how much, not even under my skin. It was in my organs. That was how fucking annoyed I was with it. Because Saw, dude, it's one of those things that you start saying. I don't even know if they started it sarcastically, but then people started saying it so seriously, and you're just like, all right, that can't handle this. You have no irony. This is who you are as a person, and I fucking hate you. It's so annoying. But yeah, because Saw Dude is an abbreviation of sup, dude. And sup is already an abbreviation of what's up. And what is already a conjunction, a fucking condension of what is. So we have taken what is up, dude, which agreed would be insane to say, but we've taken what is up, and it is now Saw, dude. It used to be what is up. It's now what is up. That dude, eventually we are slowly getting back to fucking literally just cave noises. Just noises. I know that that's all that words are, and I talked a lot about words last week, but fucking Saw, dude. Saw. That's already a word. Saw. S-A-W. I don't like it. I'm old, and everyone younger than me fucking sucks. That's kind of the direction. Dude, I can't wait to be like 70 when it's just like, yeah, everybody does suck. But now, no, I can't. That's not true. I don't want to be 70 at all. That means I'm going to be really close to death, and death freaks me the fuck out, dog. I don't like talking about it. I think about it all the time, but I don't know why I'm so obsessed with it, but this took a turn. I was talking about stupid words. What's the other one? Like the way that we'll spell shit. Like talking about is now like talking about. Like I've seen it spelled like TALOMBOUT. Talking about. It's almost like another language. I don't understand. You know? Or I love when like people will take like turns of phrase, like saying like facts, like as a confirmation of when somebody says something you agree with. You're like, the Browns suck, facts. That, like that. But then people will just spell it like FAX. And it's like, that's not what that means. And I do it too, but it is, as I do it, I'm like, this is weird. I don't know if language is fun, dude. Like that, I saw a video on TikTok the other day. Sometimes I'll say I saw a video just so that I don't have to say I saw a TikTok. That's how sometimes ashamed I am that I am on TikTok. But I saw a video, a TikTok, where it was a guy who was like a language expert, and it was like, how far in the past could you go and still be able to understand the English that they were speaking? And that's bananas, because he didn't say understand the language. He was saying, how far back could you go and still understand the English? You know, this isn't like when people, like you see a documentary about people from Scotland and they're speaking English, but they're just like, oh, like it's not that. Where they just have like such a heavy accent where you're just like, you're drunk. Like that. It's like the language itself had evolved, was so evolutionarily was so different from what it is now. That's crazy. That like you could go far enough back in history that English was being spoken, but you wouldn't understand it, like Old English or other things. That's kind of crazy. I think it was only, yeah, that's nuts. Also, how do you translate shit? For real. How do you do that? How did we ever figure that out? That's crazy. How do you translate stuff? Like, obviously now there are people that know multiple languages. Obviously. Got it. But how originally did that happen? That's crazy. Now there's like 18 different fucking programs, Rosetta Stone, Mavis Beacon, whatever it is, to teach you how to do things. But the fact that like years and years and years ago, people from England were able to communicate with people from Russia is bananas. Like especially like old shit, like dead languages, how do they know what they sound like? There's no one around that still speaks every day in ancient Greek. How did we ever figure out what that was? How did we ever in modern times be like, oh, that means potato in English? You know? And furthermore, an extension of that is that it's also bananas that there are like certain words or phrases in other languages that can't be translated. What? What does that mean? That means that there's like a word or like a phrase like in French that you can translate into English, but then the French will be like, this is not what the essence of the word means. It's like, you fucking prick. But that is weird that there's not like a direct translation. The fact that there's not a direct translation of everything into every language is kind of cool, but also doesn't make any sense to me at all. Doesn't make any sense in the slightest. But like people whose job it is to like look at like old ass languages, like who like interpreting ancient Egyptian or like hieroglyphics or stuff. Like how do you know? They're not around to teach you. That's the other thing. It's just like, yeah, now there's people that are around that speak Portuguese and speak Dutch, and they can a Dutch person can be like you just point at shit. That's got to be how it was. That has to be how it was. Where you would just like, that was the oldest way to translate, was that you would just like point at something. You would point and you would be like microphone, water. You just point at shit and just make the sound, and eventually somebody figures it out. But how do you do that when there's nobody pointing at the shit? When it's just, hey, this is a language that no one's spoken for millennia. Like Assyrian. How do people know what that is? How do you know how to read it? What, because you know Egyptian? Fuck you, you know Egyptian. I don't know, man. That's crazy. History is there's so much of it, dude. I don't know if you guys can hear, but there is a police siren outside. Oh, they're coming to get me. Dude, fuck that guy. That guy sucks. Not whoever they're going to arrest, but the guy that you're like at a party or a function and they hear sirens and somebody's just like, oops, Steve, looks like they found you. They're coming for you. Or get run over, dude. Get run over. If you say that, they should come and find you. They should come and take you to prison. I don't care if you're not Russian. Get fucking deported to Siberia and spend the rest of your life in one of those Russian prisons that Discovery Channel does documentaries about. That is the most annoying thing that anyone can do. Looks like they're coming for you. Or the guy who's like, oh, they found me. Fuck you, dude. That's the worst thing. That takes no creativity. Fucking come up with something on your own. Ugh. Looks like they found me. Be funny if they really did come in and they were just like, yeah, you're wanted on multiple charges. That would be fucking hilarious. The guy who's actually serious about it. It was like, looks like they found me. And he's like, everybody's like, ah. And he's like, no, fucking seriously, I need to use the tunnel to get out of here. He has to like run away. Out of nowhere, Trevor is just like, no, they're here for me. Like, this is a problem. I need to get out of here. I don't know. Fuck, dude. I meant to, at the beginning of the episode, I meant to start doing my, like, follow, subscribe, do all of that stuff. I meant to start doing that at the top because nobody is listening till the end. But whatever. That's okay. But yeah, I think I'm going to be done for this week. I'm going to wrap it up because I actually got to go finish my laundry and watch some more football. So yeah, thanks for listening, watching, wherever you're coming from. This is Matt Bowman is Bothered. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Matt Bowman Comedy. Follow me on Twitter at Batmoman, BATTMOWMAN. And then on YouTube, Matt Bowman Comedy. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And stay bothered, folks. Have a good day.